This is Weltreich, a mod for Hearts of Iron for set in a world where the Central Powers won the Great War. Moving forward now, let's go to the select country screen in the Age of Weltpolitik as it's called here and see what the featured nations are. So we have the United States, the United Kingdom, the French Etat, which translated to English I believe means the French state. Then there is the German Empire, Soviet Russia, Austria-Hungary, the Ottoman Empire, the Empire of Japan. Then beyond those countries we have the Italian state, the Tsardom of Bulgaria, the Kingdom of Greece, the Fangtian government, the Nanjing nationalist government, and the Republic of South Africa. This modification start date is January 1st, 1936, and besides the Central Powers winning World War I as its premise, there are a number of other key events to be made aware of, such as the fact that there was a Russian civil war in this world, and the Bolsheviks won. That's why there is a Soviet Russia. They're not the USSR for some reason. And we also have fascists took over Italy and France, and that's why there's the French Etat and the Italian state there. And Britain is democratic but unstable. They've also lost a large portion of their colonial holdings, especially in Africa, as seen by the massive German Empire presence in Central Africa. And then we have the Chinese are in a massive civil war there. And then there is the USA, who stayed out of World War I in Weltreich's timeline. So they're still pretty isolationist. They just stayed out of the Great War. Now let's go to the political tab and see what is going on there. So we have what seemed like vanilla Hoi 4 system, but going to the ideologies, we have democratic, socialist, fascist, and authoritarian, and those are the ideologies. Now for the research tree, and it seems to resemble the the research tree in Hearts of Iron 4 in general as of Trial of Allegiance. And now let's go to see all the factions, what are starting factions of the world. So we have Middle Europa, and that is the German Empire's faction, and that consists of them, the Kingdom of Poland, Flanders Wallonia, Lithuania, the United Baltic Duchy, the Belarusian People's Republic, and the Ukrainian state. And then we have the National Entente, which is just France. It is just the French state, the French Etat, and that is all that faction is. And then there is the Comintern, and that is it for starting factions. And the Comintern consists of Soviet Russia, led by Stalin, and they have the Mongolian People's Republic and the Tuvan People's Republic in it. And now let's go over all the countries in the world and just check them out. So we'll go continent by continent. We'll begin in Africa. So here we see, going up to northwestern Africa, we can see a German presence in Morocco. There is French Africa and Algeria and Tunisia, what could be considered that. There is Ottoman Empire control of Libya. We have the Kingdom of Egypt here, it looks like, yes. There is Ethiopia. Then we have the Somali Sultanate, and we got big German Empire control over Central Africa. They also took Angola, but Portugal still controls Mozambique, it looks like. And the Germans also have Madagascar. Very interesting to see that. So here is the Republic of South Africa, kind of very isolated and surrounded by the Germans in a lot of ways there. They also have Portugal, but still big German presence in Africa. There's the United Kingdom. In West Africa they have Nigeria and Ghana. We have Liberia here, and that is Africa and Weltreich starting situation there. Over in South America, let's go there. We have, let's see, it looks like we have Venezuela, there is Brazil, Colombia, Ecuador, Peru, Bolivia, and then if we go down, there is the Republic of Paraguay, Uruguay, Argentina, and then there is Chile, and it looks like it has essentially the South America in this modifications timeline is basically the same as our own world in 1936. So let's now go over to Australia and New Zealand, see what's happening there. They are not, well, they are subjects of they are, in fact, well, Australia is a dominion of the United Kingdom, and I think so is New Zealand, but they aren't part of the Allies or anything like that because it doesn't exist as a starting faction. We have the Dutch East Indies, then there is a German presence here in that part of the world. We have British Malaya, which it's controlled directly by the British. There is the Philippines. The Philippines is a subject of the Americans. There's German Indochina, which is essentially it's French Indochina, but the Germans took over Vietnam and Laos, I think. Although, did they take over a lot of Cambodia? It looks like was grabbed by Siam at some point in time. Then if we go up north, we're getting into a very divided China. There's the Guangdong clique. We have the Nanjing Nationalist Government, the Guangxi clique, the Gaizhou clique, the Yunnan clique, the Zhaikang clique, the Sichuan clique, the Shanxi clique. Shanxi, there's two Shanxis there, unless they're somehow different. We have the Nanxi Ma clique, the Gansu Ma clique, the Xinghai Ma clique, Tibet, and the Xinjiang clique. So very divided China. There is the Mongolian People's Republic, we got the Tuvan People's Republic, and here is the Empire of Japan with no Manchukuo, no puppets like that or anything here. And then going more over to the Indian subcontinent, there is an independent Burma. We have India, there is Pakistan and Nepal and Bhutan, and here is British-controlled Ceylon. So the British are out of India and Weltreich by 1936, it looks like. Then we have Afghanistan going more into the Middle East, Iran, the big Ottoman Empire, Jabal Shammar, there's no united Saudi Arabia here, no state like that, Naj Hassa, there's British presence here. We have Oman and Yemen is a puppet of the Ottomans, and Oman is a protected state. They're essentially a subject of the United Kingdom, and the British control Cyprus, it looks like, and they also control the Suez Canal. So going more through the Caucasus here, and we have Azerbaijan, subject of the Ottomans. We have the Republic of Armenia and Georgia, who is protected. Their independence is guaranteed by the Germans. We have Soviet Russia. Then going more into Eastern and Central Europe, we have the Ukrainian state, the Belarusian People's Republic, Lithuania, the United Baltic Duchy, the Kingdom of Poland, Austria-Hungary, the Kingdom of Romania, Big Tsardom of Bulgaria here. There's the Kingdom of Greece, the Kingdom of Serbia, who's a subject of the Austria-Hungary. Puppet of Austria-Hungary here is also Duchy of Albania. And we have, besides that, I think there is Lombardy, Phoenicia, and there is the Italian state, Switzerland, and Liechtenstein. There is micronations. The Principality of Liechtenstein and Weltreich, it looks like, yes, there is. We have San Marino here. San Marino is here, yes. We also have the Papal States, although it's the Vatican, just the Vatican. There is also the Principality of Monaco and the Principality of Andorra. And going over into Scandinavia and the Nordics, we have the Kingdom of Finland, Sweden, Norway, and Denmark, who are just kind of there. And then more into Western Europe, we have the Netherlands, Flanders Wallonia essentially, and the French Etat. There is Spain and Portugal, and then there is the United Kingdom and Ireland. And let's cross the Atlantic now. We have the Dominion of Canada, the United Mexican States, and then we have all of the Central American countries, the classics, Guatemala, El Salvador, Honduras, Nicaragua, Costa Rica, Panama, they're here, Caribbean states, Cuba, Haiti, and the Dominican Republic. And then for the USA, we have the United States, led by Franklin Delano Roosevelt in Weltreich in 1936. And with that in general, this has been Weltreich, a mod for Hearts of Iron 4. You can check it out in the video description if you like it. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe.